Hello, Sawyer.
Hello.
So, what brings you here today?
Um, Yesterday I kind of got broken up with via text message, which is pretty shitty. Um, but it's weird because his name is Trevor, and we were never really dating officially, but we were definitely seeing each other, and it's, I'm in a weird place. Um, yeah, I don't know. I feel like I feel like it's one of those things where I'm overanalyzing. I think I'm overanalyzing what happened and his the conversation, and part of me is like, well, maybe I did something wrong, or maybe if he ended things via text message, maybe it probably wasn't worth it in the beginning.
So, you feel confused um, because you were broken up through text message, and now you're finding yourself overanalyzing the situation, and you're not really sure what's going on.
Yeah, I really liked him, I think, and um, but we had very, very little in common. Nothing in common, actually. He's 27, I'm 22. He's a college dropout. I'm in college. He works 3 jobs. I have one part-time job. Like, it's endless how little we have in common.
How did that affect your relationship?
Um, in the beginning, it was like it was very brief. So it was only a little under 2 months, which obviously is not that long. Um, it affected the relationship in a way that it we always were kind of checking in on each other, but we never really kind of had much to relate about. It became difficult to find common ground.
Yeah. And what was that like? Not being able to find that common ground. What effects did that have on your relationship?
Um, the effects that not being able to find common ground were, at first it was like it was kind of funny. Like it was a talking point. It was we were able to discuss like, oh, haha, we're so different, and it was like it was like a cultural experience or whatever. But part of me feels like when you're in a relationship with someone, having an immersive cultural experience isn't exactly what the ideal should be.
So you feel disillusioned because as time has gone on, um, you've realized that the differences that you two have in personality really isn't serving maybe the best.
Yeah, it doesn't. It clearly didn't work out. Like when he broke up with me or whatever, like he's like, we both are very busy. It was that shtick. We're both very busy and we both like each other, but now is probably not the right time for us to be in a relationship. Or he didn't say that. He said for us to be seeing each other. Um, but part of me thinks that's like a little. That's kind of just getting the cusp of what happened, because he he seemed to be a little distant, quite distant, for the last couple weeks, and I'm not. At least I thought so. I'm not always so good at analyzing that kind of thing, especially via text. Like,
What were your emotions when you got that text from him?
um, like my initial reactions.
Yeah.
Um, First, I was. Well, I was about to say I was surprised, but I really wasn't that surprised. Is it still going? Okay. But I wasn't that surprised. because, like I said, he hadn't responded to a text from me for like 2.5 days, which is a long time, and he, I don't know, but I still felt hurt. I don't know. I think that I felt a little, not betrayed, but angry that he would end things with a text. Like, that's a little middle school. That's very middle school. And kind of pathetic.
Yeah. So, you feel irritated by the way he chose to end things.
Yes, I do. I thought, and at least I hoped, he had more respect for me than that. Clearly he didn't. He made it sound like he really liked me, but that could have been a facade. And I guess a red flag could have been that his last relationship, he told me that things ended because they just drifted apart. Which, no, I'm sorry. He said he tried to just drift apart, and I guess it succeeded. So maybe with me, he was also trying to drift apart, which seems like a very cowardly way to end a relationship, or whatever you want to call what we had.
So, I hear you saying that you're angry, you feel angry because of the way that he ended the relationship. But is it possible that maybe what you're feeling disappointed?
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, I'm the type of person that likes like an explanation. Like, I know that sounds stupid, but I don't want to. I'm not used to people breaking up with me. I'm used to breaking up with people. That's how most of my relationships have ended. But I don't know. I just wish there was a better explanation why, and maybe that's a little pathetic on my part, but I do feel disappointed. You're right.
So, I noticed that you said that you're the type of person that really wants an explanation, especially in this situation. But on the other hand, I just noticed you also saying that that you feel like that might make you pathetic. I'm wondering how those two things align for you.
I guess I just see. Part of me is like, okay, I want an explanation, but that seems a little juvenile. Like, I should just like accept that it's over. Because I mean, it was less than 2 months, and it wasn't anything really official. Like, it's a stupid college fling. But that's where like the pathetic comes from. Like, it shouldn't be that big of a deal. But then, me wanting an explanation, I just think that I should. I don't know. I just want a little bit more closure than a text message.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. I think part of me is like, I don't know. I'm excited to get out there again and find. I don't know. See what happens. See if I can find someone. Now is like Trevor said. Now is not really a good time because it's finals week or it's the end of the semester and things are very busy. But who knows what happens?
Yeah, that's interesting. So, on one hand, you feel disappointed that your relationship ended, especially the way that it was chosen to be ended. But on the other hand, you're excited to get back out there and potentially meet new people.
That's exactly right. Like I said earlier, Trevor and I had nothing in common. Maybe, and if he's the type of person that would end something, he's a grown ass man. He is 27 years old, and he ended whatever you want to call it with a text message. Like, maybe I can probably do better than that. So, yeah, that's a very good point. That's something I can look forward to, something I can definitely act on.
Yeah, and so again, on one hand, I hear you saying that you feel disappointed by the way that this relationship has ended, but on the other hand, you feel excited for the possibility of meeting new people.
Yeah, definitely. Like dating is fun. Some people are like, oh, dating. I don't get those people. I love dating. I think it's exciting. I think it's thrilling to meet new people, to interact with people, and I think it would be quite enjoyable.
So, you feel, well, so you, you feel, I hear you saying, again, sorry, that you feel disappointed by the relationship, but is it possible, just recognize that, okay, yeah, so you feel happy, about going out and meeting new people.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I don't know. I think how Sawyer got his groove back. I never actually saw that Stella movie, but I assume that's what the premise is. but I don't know. I think it could be fun. Yeah. Being single is underrated.
Yeah, so I have a sense of how you might be feeling, and this is completely different. But when I was a little bit younger, I had my appendix removed. And at first, I was really disappointed because I had to be in bed for 2 weeks. But as time went on, I kind of started to realize that I was actually excited because I got to spend time reading and doing things that I like to do and kind of taking time for myself. So just that transition from initially feeling disappointed that, I was stuck in bed, but then coming to realize that it was kind of a new exciting opportunity for me. How does that resonate with you?
Yeah, that resonates very well. Just kind of turning a situation into a positive, turning a negative situation into something that can have meaning, good meaning.
So, I'm wondering, you've really opened up and talked a lot about this personal thing that's been going on in your life, and I'm wondering how that's felt with you opening up to me.
It's felt fine. Let's be real, this is like a class project, like whatever. But I don't know. It seemed to go well, I thought.
Okay, yeah, so just as kind of a summary of the things that we've talked about, we've kind of started with you opening up about your relationship ending and that initial disappointment about him using text to break up with you. But as we've talked a little bit further, we've talked about the excitement of getting back out there and meeting new people, and kind of the realization that maybe you guys really didn't have anything in common, and maybe in a way that's not what you're looking for. How does that feel for you?
That feels good. I would agree with that assessment.
Good.
Shit. Okay. Okay.